Hello, viewers. My name is Adewale Kayode. I'm a certified cybersecurity analyst. I'm also a certified cybersecurity educator professionals. We'll be discussing about operational technology, OT, and we will be discussing about PLC, DCS, and SCADA. Before we move into this, I will tell you the reason why we are going to be discussing about this topic today. The reason why is that this is programmable logic control and discrete control system, and SCADA, which is supervisory control and data acquisition. They are the most famous in the world of what operational technology. And then, as a cybersecurity, for you to protect an asset, you need to understand how they work. Their functions, you need to understand that part. That's why I'm bringing this topic and what cybersecurity are going to be doing. So that's why we'll be treating this topic today. Now let's talk about PLC itself. Number one, PLC is the one in charge of what? Of controlling the machine. The purpose it is built is to make instant decision in milliseconds instantly. That's the purpose of what why PLC is being built. Now let's talk about DCL, which is discrete control system. The purpose of DCS is to control what process. It is needed where stability is needed. Stability in flow, pressure, temperature. It is needed there. And let's talk about SCADA. SCADA is supervisory control and data acquisition. When we are talking of this SCADA, we are talking of supervising. It is used for data acquisition, visualization, sending data to to the center, to the data center, to the control room, maybe in an offshore. Now, all the data that is on the operational technology system, the function of SCADA is what acquire all the data and send it. So that's the function of what SCADA, and all of them have their functions. Now let's come into the what into the security aspect of all these things. Now, when cybersecurity is coming in, these are the things we think. Number one, we have information technology. Now, when we are talking of information technology, as a cybersecurity, what we think is we think about users, we think about data, we think about files, we think about confidentiality. If anything happens in this angle in IT, if anything happens, it's a restoration. The only thing we are going to do is to just to restore it. In IT, if anything happens, is what we just need to restore, reboot, and any other thing. But in the era of operational technology, we don't look at that. We are thinking of flows, we are thinking of physics, we are thinking of pressure, we are thinking of chemical reactions, we are thinking of temperature, we are thinking of safety margin. Because if anything breaks in operational technology, people can die, people will die, and then people will get hurt. Those are the things that can happen. Either people die, people get hurt, or things happen like that. So now, and then, as an example, in oil and gas industry, when we are thinking of security, we are thinking of well integrity, we are thinking of pipeline pressures, we are thinking of what will get busted, what will get explode. Those are the things we are looking into when we are talking of cybersecurity in operational technology. Those are the things we are looking at. Those are the things we are thinking of. Now let's come to the body of OT, body of operational technology. We'll be looking at sensors and actuator. So when we're talking of sensors, we have sensors that measure the temperature, that measure the pressures, that measure flows, that measure speed, that measure the positions. So that in case if there's any delay that will cause damages, this is what will give us information. With the help of SCADA, we'll be able to get information of the pressure, temperature, flow, speed, and so on and so forth. And now let's look at the actuator also. If we are going to be looking at the actuator is the one in charge based on the information gathered now determine the function of this actuator. The function of actuator is what? Either to open the valve, or to what? Or to suspend, or to close the valve. In pipeline, if there's any delay, the function of actuator is either to close the valve, or maybe to shut it down if anything happens. In case maybe if attackers attack the system, no, it's either we shut it down, or things that based on the policy of the organization. And then the function of actuator is also start motors, to start it, and also move arms. and also apply force. That's the function of what? Actuator. Now the control system, they are the one that stand in between, they are the one that sit in between. These are the things we use to control the operation technology devices. Now let's move to this stage why we need stability, why stability matter here. In case if anything happen, it can lead to what? To damages, a lot of things. If anything happens, it can be caused by what? By attackers. It can be caused by attackers. Why stability measure? Because we measure process, we compare to desired values, and then we also what? Adjust our output. Also because we also repeat processes. That is why we need stability in operational technology in these angles. Now, attack, if attackers dey attack, it can cause delay in measurement, if delay or alters of what? Of values. Because here in PLC, if anything happens here, now the values can be altered, which can cause damages, and also command can be blocked. If we enter command and we send it, attackers take over, they block it, and things that are supposed to be processed is not processed. It can cause what? It can lead us to this angle, uh to the area whereby explosion can happen. So those are the things we are looking at. And then I want you to know, in the era of IT, what that matters in IT is CITRA, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. But in the era of technology, in operational technology, what matters, what is our priority is safety. After safety, integrity. Don't forget that we measure integrity of our ware when we are thinking, anytime we are thinking of security in operational technology, we are thinking of well integrity, pipeline, the temperature, the pressure, the speed. We are checking all those things. Those are the things that we are looking at. So the priority in operational technology is safety, one, for the engineers that are working, and the thing that matter is integrity of all the command, all the system, if it has not been changed, and then confidentiality, to ensure that unauthorized entities have not have access to these systems. Another thing we are looking at is the availability, because if anything happens and the system is shut down, it can trigger a lot of things that can cause damages to the industry, to lives and property. So cybersecurity is highly needed. These are the things that we protect as cybersecurity, and we'll be going deeper and deeper how to protect it, tools that are needed to protect all these assets. Thank you.